Hey, what's up guys? Troy here with WeightGainNetwork.com. Super important topic, the fastest way to gain weight. So remember that the most powerful thing when it comes to building muscle and gaining weight is increasing our anabolic hormones. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to give you my little fail-proof plan to increase our 3 most important anabolic hormones. So I'm talking human growth hormone, testosterone, and insulin. As a naturally skinny guy, you want to be able to implement things in your diet and your training routine that are going to get your testosterone, HGH, and insulin as high as humanly possible. You're going to create an anabolic atmosphere in your body to build rock solid lean muscle mass. So every single week, every single time you step foot in the gym, you're getting stronger. Every single time you look in the mirror, you're a little bit bigger. This has such a tremendous compound effect over the years. And all of a sudden, you know, if you guys are starting young and you can implement these steps at a young age, you guys are going to look like the freaking Terminator by the time you get in your 20s, I guarantee you. So let me get right into my fastest way to gain weight, increase our anabolic hormone blueprint. So first anabolic hormone I want to discuss is your human growth hormone. Now this is a very powerful fat loss hormone, but it's also a very powerful muscle building hormone. So how do we increase our natural HGH production? I'm going to talk about 2 different things. So first off, high intensity interval training has been shown to really elevate our human growth hormone levels. This is like things like running sprints and doing maximum exertion anaerobic activity has been shown to increase our HGH production. Another really good thing to do is when you're in the gym, you want to go till absolute muscle failure. And what this does, that deep burn in your muscle when you're working out, is that's lactic acid that's built up. And the more lactic acid your body produces during these workouts, the higher your HGH levels are going to be. That's another reason why like running sprints and doing, you know, like other forms of high intensity interval training is really good for you know, HGH levels, because you're going to get that same lactic acid buildup. So when you're working out lifting weights, absolute muscle failure, get that lactic acid pumping, skip the treadmill, don't do those terrible, you know, steady, slow-paced cardio sessions. Run sprints, you know, pedal on your bike at maximum intensity, like someone is literally chasing you and your life depends on it. Go hard on these high-intensity interval training sessions and you're gonna have really high HGH levels. Another thing to do, and this is probably the most important thing, is do not consume sugar before you go to bed. When the first couple hours when you go to sleep, the pituitary gland in your body is going to secrete most of your HGH that you're going to get every single day. And if you consume simple sugars and carbohydrates before you go to bed, this is going to spike your insulin. And it's actually been shown that insulin and HGH cannot coexist in your body simultaneously. So we want to keep our insulin levels super low right before you go to bed, so we get that maximum HGH output secreted from our pituitary gland. So stay away from carbohydrates, stay away from sugar before we go to bed. Stick with that slow digesting form of protein, things like cottage cheese and casein protein and eggs before we go to bed. This will elevate our HGH levels over the course of time, and it just prevents that insulin spike right before you go to sleep. So those are 2 really easy things that you can do every single day to maximize your HGH production. Now the second anabolic hormone is insulin. I talk about this a ton. I just want to rehash it just in case you haven't seen a lot of our other videos, but we want to be spiking our insulin post-workout. This is going to shuttle, you know, nutrients and amino acids and proteins into our cells. So the easiest way to do this is consume a fast digesting carbohydrate source with a fast digesting protein source. This is going to serve as a nutrient activator. You're going to be replenishing your muscle glycogen, and most importantly, you're going to be spiking your anabolic hormone insulin. So this is why like bodybuilders and fitness guys, they live and die by this technique. They will do a 2-to-1 ratio of fast digesting carbs with a fast digesting protein source. This is going to pay huge dividends in the long run. So every time you have those really intense workouts, you're doing compound exercises, you're doing other forms of activity to break down lean muscle mass, spike your insulin, have those fast digesting carbs along with your protein source. So the third anabolic hormone that we want to increase is our testosterone. Now obviously, you know, testosterone is known as the alpha male hormone, and this is going to pay huge dividends when it comes to building rock solid lean muscle mass. So you can do a few things like take like zinc and D-aspartic acid and having lots of omega fatty acids and things like fish oil into your diet every single day. You know, having those really high quality forms of protein like grass-fed beef and whole eggs. Whole eggs are actually a fantastic way to really elevate our testosterone production, because remember, cholesterol is a precursor to testosterone production. So just doing a little thing like incorporating whole eggs into your diet right before you go to bed is a really great way to maximize our natural testosterone production. Another thing is you want to be lifting really heavy weight. The heavier the weight that you lift, the more anabolic hormone release that you're going to have in your body. So things like, you know, doing lots of compound exercises. That's why we always stress in all of our videos to you know, lift heavy weight on all these compound exercises. Your body's going to secrete the maximum amount of testosterone production. You're going to be increasing your anabolic hormones at all times. You guys will see huge dividends in the long run when it comes to building lean muscle mass. And a few things that we can kind of tie in, and you know, all three things, our insulin, our HGH, and our testosterone production, is, you know, quality sleep. You guys could be following everything I say to a T, but if you're not sleeping, if you're only sleeping 4 or 5 hours, you're not getting the optimal amount of rest, you know, your body is going to get really run down. You're going to lower your immune system, and anytime when your immune system and your health is low, you guys will not be able to build the maximum amount of lean muscle mass. So we want our body to operate like a machine at all times. So, you know, get those 7 to 8 quality hours of sleep every single night. And another thing is you want to have overall a clean diet. You want to have lots of antioxidants. You want to be consuming things like fruits and vegetables that are naturally high in antioxidants. So this is going to have anti-estrogen properties, which is going to increase all of these anabolic hormones, and it's just going to increase your overall health. So, you know, you guys shouldn't be just looking at bodybuilding as just like the aesthetics and the visual of it. You guys should be, you know, incorporating a lifestyle that's going to maximize your overall health. So that's why things like eating broccoli and, you know, eating like a rainbow diet of all kinds of organic fruits and vegetables is going to also pay huge dividends when it comes to increasing these anabolic hormones and also gaining lots of lean muscle mass. So that's it, guys. That's a really easy way to increase our 3 most important anabolic hormones. If you guys are looking for more great tips on how to bulk up and gain lean muscle mass, check out weightgainmethod.com. Thanks, guys.
Are you still too skinny? Go to weightgainmethod.com and get access to a complete step-by-step plan for gaining weight and building muscle fast.